For the purpose?
For the purpose of critiquing positive review, educational, nothing wicked, Shiny Squirrel Podcast proudly presents I Drew a Blank.
You still know that after what? I think it's been a month and I'm not even sure if we did it then.
I don't even remember.
I'm WC Chronicles. This is the Nerdlings Podcast. And next to me and back again like the tide going in and out of the ocean.
Jersey Mike, back into the, what is this, semi-heat getting out of mid-September?
Semi-heat, yes. So we are in my studio and we're doing the podcast in here in the air conditioning.
One day past the 19-year mark of 9/11. Isn't that just unreal, man? It really is.
Everything in 2020 has been unreal. I mean, Marty and Doc are probably like, Marty, we got to get back to 2019 because things are really fucked up in 2020.
And how's 2021 going to be?
I hope it's not a repeat, because if it is, I want that time machine.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a bad time machine.
All right, so what we're doing here, by the way, we got masks on. I'm moving mine back and forth. We're indoors. We are doing the Back to the Future soundtrack retrospective, one song at a time. Brings us to the next track, track 5 on the soundtrack. We're back at Huey Lewis, and the song is Back in Time.
Now, is this Back in Time an original Back in Time, the original, or is this a master cut?
This is the original score from the movie soundtrack album release.
All right, ready to roll.
We got a lot of these we're going to play for you today. Here we go, the first one. coming in at 418. That's the original score. Back in Time, Huey, Lewis, and the News. We got a lot more, many more versions of Back in Time. All right, so what's your take on that one?
Can't beat an oldie but a goodie, and I can't believe I'm saying that because when I was in San Diego, it says now we're back to the 80s, the oldies and the goodies. I'm like, wow, did I get old?
So before I get some facts about Back in Time, let's get to the next one. This is what's known as, let's see, hell. This is the JELLYBEAN mix.
Oh, I love it.
JELLYBEAN also mixed Power of Love, and he also did a version here of Back in Time. That is the Jelly Bean remix, sometimes also called the dance version. It comes in at 6:16. Now, let's give us some information about Back in Time. It was recorded October 22nd, 1984. That's the time to go back in time, I think. And then it was released on July 20th, 1985. It was not originally released as a single, but it did make it number 3 on the album rock charts. Now, the version we just played, there is also a very rare edited Jelly Bean mix coming in at 3:45, released in Japan. And then it is also available on the import from Holland 3 CD collection called Collected, coming in at 3:47. Did you digest all that information?
Yes, because you know why? The 80s was a time that we're never going to be able to go back to growing up. And you know what? I'm glad I grew up in the 80s, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I went walking last night, going through our set list here, listening to it. I felt so good listening to this song over and over again. So I hope everybody else likes it. Anyway, gets us to the next one. This is a live version that you can actually find on Spotify. It's from the Live 25 live concert release that they did back in, I think it was 2005, I guess it is. But here it is, Back in Time Live 25 on Spotify.
How about a hand for our fabulous horn section? All right, let's go back in time. But are we going this time? Is it the 50s or 1999? All I wanted to do was play my guitar and sing. Take me away, I don't mind. You better promise me I'll be back in time. Come on. Gotta get back in time. Here we go now. Going back to the future. I wanna roll of the dice. Back to remember. Lightning never strikes twice. Please don't try.
that is what is known as the remix of our brains in our life. I love the fact that we all are into something that is known as connected. And through this podcast, we are going back in time. We are going before the COVID-19, back to whatever you were into before this lockdown and this uncrazy familiar apocalyptic times with the fires, the chain shortages, the COVID. Who knows what's going to happen? We're all just trying to bond here and just get through this.
Well said. Something that Dr. Emmett Brown would say. So that was live version from Spotify, Live 25. Now, I also like to do, we did it last time, I'm getting better at it all the time. Let's take away the music and just listen to the vocals.
Oh, I love this.
This is this is the only place you're going to hear this, is right here, okay?
Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? Is this the 50s or 1999? All I wanted to do was play my guitar and sing. Take me away, I don't mind, but you better promise me I'll be back in time. I gotta get back in time. Don't bet your future on the roll of the dice. You better remember, lightning never strikes twice. Please don't drive me, don't wanna be late again. So take me away, I don't mind. Just better promise me I'll be back in time. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get me back in time. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get back, get back. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get back, get back.
Can I tell you something we did? Didn't we do Guns N' Roses? We did a couple other, if I'm not mistaken, just acoustics. I like this better than anything because, like you said, it strips it away and the real raw talent is there.
It gives you a whole new view of what the music is there, and you hear lyrics and things you didn't know. Even though there might be a little bleed, I do edit out the long music, so guitar solos or whatever, and gets it down into one crunchy bite.
I like that. One crunchy bite.
All right, so that's a vocals only. Now, I was always sure that I thought I ran across somewhere on a single import from Japan or something of a back in time instrumental version, but I couldn't officially find it. So, you know what? I got it myself. Here it is. Back in Time, the instrumental. There you have it, the instrumental version of Back in Time. Now, gets us to the next one. You would think, you know, Power Love has been covered by a lot of things. Back in Time, not so much. But I found this one Electro House mix.
Is that like from, what do you call that?
Kind of like an EDC thing.
Like, yeah, EDC, Akon, or that other guy, Marshmallow.
Trance, yes,
Gotcha.
Telso or whatever. Yeah, so this is Jigawatt, his name, DJ JigawattMusic Electro House version of Back in Time.
Nice.
This is pretty cool.
talking about how we're using this like hand sanitizers now to put on your hands
all
on
the
your
time.
phone, like a habit, because that's what they say, that and a mask, welcome to the new norm, right? That's our new time.
Do you remember the Beatles track we played backwards at one time, the Inner Groove?
Yes.
Okay, Well, let's take Back in Time, and what it would be appropriate. You're going back in time. Let's play Back in Time backwards.
This would be like going through the Star Trek. What do they call that? Warp. What do they call that? Warp 1, warp 2.
Yeah.
You know,
just
let's do the warp backwards. And I think they did
you
have
mean
an episode about the warp.
The time warp.
Yeah. And I think they did have an episode they had to go backwards. And if I'm not mistaken, warp 8. Then they had to count back because the ship was like the original Star Trek.
Yeah, I think they did that.
Did have to go
That's
backwards
where the
to
original
reset it,
slingshot,
yes.
the slingshot
Yes,
around the sun.
exactly.
All right, here we go. Back in Time backwards.
It's like I was saying, it's like Star Trek going backwards. It's like rolling something you like, seeing it backwards. It's pretty fucking trippy.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a little Clockwork Orange in there, a little Star Trek, a little of everything going backwards.
I like that.
All right, now the next one is a video I'm going to show you, and I'm going to share this. This is a version. It's like 45 seconds. It's these military soldiers, for Army soldiers, who have created a band called Six String Soldier. And I don't know the date on this, but apparently it looks like it was one of the celebrations in the parking lot where they did the shooting in the DeLorean for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Very first
This is
time.
going to be something.
Yeah, because it's basically like it's the closest you're going to get to a bluegrass version
Nice.
of it. So here it is.
Take me away, I don't mind, 'cause you promised me we'll be back in time. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time.
Short and sweet. Six String Soldier. Thank you. We'll put your link in the web descriptions down below. I think that's about it. That's we're going to get back in time, and we're going to get back in onto the next track, into doing the Back to the Future soundtrack. Any closures, Jersey Mike?
Only thing I can say is COVID-19. Wow, it makes you want to go back in time to like January, February this year. 2020, you could have never told us this was coming.
That's it.